this is our Friday flow. And again, just a set of blocks. If you'd like to use a strap, you can use that as well. If you don't have a strap, you can also use a towel or shirt. We're going to go ahead and find ourselves in a child's pose. On your knees wide, sinking your hips in towards your heels. Option to place a block underneath your forehead, just bringing that earth closer to you. You're also more than welcome to just rest your head on the floor. Maybe setting an intention for class this morning. As you breathe in, feel your belly rise. On your exhale, belly fall. With each inhale, lengthen your body, reaching your fingertips further towards the top of your mat. With each exhale, gently sinking your hips closer in towards your heels. On your next full exhale, let it all go. From here, fill your belly, ribs, and lungs. On the inhale, once you get to the top, hold it for a breath. Sealing your lips, breathing in and out through your nose. Creating that constriction in the back of your throat. Pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Continue with this breath in and out through your nose. You're welcome to rock your forehead from side to side. You can bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch the crown of your head. If you like a tricep stretch, bring your thumbs toward the nape of your neck. Maybe walking your elbows closer towards your ears or the crown of your head. Gently release your hands back down to the floor. Stretch your fingertips out long. Lift your forearms and your palms off the floor, pressing each finger pad in towards the earth. Gently release your palms back down to the floor. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, maybe slightly off of the mat, keeping your forehead close towards the floor or on the block. Reaching that right arm long, option to keep your left hand on the floor, or you can bind your left hand around towards your right hip. If you have your left hand binded, go ahead and reach it long to meet the right. Walk your hands back through center, this time over to the right side of your mat. From here, allowing your forehead come down towards the floor, or to the block. Left arm reaches long. If you'd like, you can bind your right hand around towards your left hip, allowing your right shoulder to open. Gently release your right hand if you had it binded. Come back to center, finding your child's pose for just a few more breaths here. Fingertips reach long. From here, gently rise up. option to have a seat on the block or on the floor if you like. Having a seat on the block just allows your hips to open up a little bit more. Total preference. You can draw your right leg in front of the left, left in front of the right. Just coming to a seated easy pose. Draw a few neck circles here, right shoulder to right ear, chin to chest, over to the left side, and then back. Gently draw your gaze back to center. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, rise, gaze comes forward, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus. Spread your fingertips wide with each pull. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor or to a block. Left bicep to left ear, deep side bend over to the right side. Bend your left elbow, single arm cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Give me one cactus. Bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand to the floor or to a block. Deep side bend over to the left side. Exhale, single arm cactus, bend your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale to rise, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand back down to the floor of the block. Deep side bend over to the left side, maybe bending deeper this time. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen. This time, rotate to look at your right hand. Bring your left pinky towards your right thumb. They do not have to make that connection. Hold that left arm long as you sweep it around front. Big semicircle, as large as you can. Release that left hand down. Side bend over to the left side. Cactus, right arm, deep exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Right pinky to left thumb. Hold that right arm extended. Reach out long in front. Release your right hand down. Sweep that left arm overhead. Hold that connection of your right ear and your right shoulder. Gently rise up. Bring your right hand to your hip or keep it on the floor in the block. Release your left arm down, palm facing up close towards the floor. From here, draw a large circle forward, up, and back, as large and as slow as you can. Continuing to keep that connection of your right ear and your right shoulder. Lengthening that left side. From here, when your left hand reaches down towards the floor, reverse that direction, sweeping back, up. Once you reach the highest point, draw that left arm forward. One more time in this direction. Gently releasing your left hand down. Come back through center. Do a few neck rolls, drawing your shoulders up towards your ears and then releasing them down. One more time in this direction. And then reverse. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, forward and down. Once more. Reach both arms up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, cactus. Lift your gaze. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more times. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, lengthen. Starting to the left side. Exhale, release your left hand down to the left side on the block or on the floor. Deep side bend over to the left side. Right bicep to right ear. Single arm cactus. Pull your elbow back. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor or to a block. Deep side bend over the right side body. Left bicep snug in towards your left ear. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your left hand down to the floor. Add it on here. Bend that right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your right pinky to your left thumb. Hold that extension. Rotate that right arm forward as far as you can. Release your right hand down to the floor, so the left arm high, left bicep to left ear. Single arm cactus, spread those fingertips wide. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Left pinky to right thumb. Reach far out in front. Big semicircle. Nice. Left hand down, sweep your right arm high. Hold that connection of your left ear and your left shoulder. Gently rise up. Left hand can stay on the floor or on your hip. Release your right arm down towards your right hip, palm facing up. Starting forward. Draw those large circles with your right arm. Reaching your fingertips as far from your body as you can with each rotation. Continuing to keep the connection as close as you can, left ear to left shoulder. Hi. Sorry, my daughter's going out to the bathroom. Full circle. This time when you reach your right hand down towards the floor, we're going to reverse that direction. Sweeping that arm back and up. If you did back first, that's okay, just do the opposite. Full circle. Gently release your right hand down towards your hip. Come back through center. You draw your neck from side to side. Maybe front to back, shaking your head yes and no. From here, if you previously had a seat on the block, go ahead and release that block under your hips. Coming back to the floor. This time, drawing the soles of your feet together, coming into a butterfly pose. You can grab the soles of your feet, maybe rock your hips side to side. Make sure those sit bones are pressed in towards the floor. Maybe flap your butterfly wings, sit up nice and tall, as if someone has a string on the crown of your head pulling you up towards the ceiling. Nice tall posture. From here, sweep your arms up high. Draw your elbows wide behind your head. Elbows tracking out from your shoulders. From here, let's do a few cat and cows with your elbows wide. Exhale, round your spine. Gaze towards your navel. Inhale, open. Draw those shoulder blades together. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. Seated cat and cow with butterfly knees. Round your spine just like a cat. Inhale, lengthen, open your chest. One more time, each one. Deep exhale. And inhale, open. Come back through center, bring your gaze forward, shoulders stacked over your hips. Draw your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale, rise, stack the shoulders, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, rise, one more time each side. Right elbow to right knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left side. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. Elbows remain wide. Come back through center. And twist. Inhale through center. One more time each side. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Gently come back to center. Stay here if you'd like. Place your left hand behind your left hip. Stack your right knee over the left. We're going to shoot that right leg straight back as we lift our hips high, coming into Stargazer. Press your hips forward. Supported side plank, Stargazer. Slight variation between the two. Gently lower your hips down towards the floor. Draw that right leg back in. Come back to that butterfly position. Maybe rock your sit bones side to side. Maybe flap those butterfly wings. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms up high, elbows wide. From here, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left side. Inhale, lengthen. Right side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, over the right. Inhale, come back through center. One more time, each direction. Over the left. Back through center. Over to the right. Gently come back to center. Release your right hand on the mat or stay here. You can stack your left knee over the right. Extend your left leg out long. Reach your hips high. Supported side plank and stargazer. Reach your left arm up long. Back to that diagonal. Slowly lower your hips down. From here, we're going to find a tabletop position. Option to place those blocks underneath your wrist. If you'd like some additional padding, you can also place maybe a bolster or pillow underneath your knees or a block underneath your knees. The blocks under your wrists are totally optional, just allowing the earth to come a little bit closer towards you. From here, we're going to tuck our toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze, coming into our tabletop cow. Deep inhale. Exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Come through neutral as you tuck your toes, lift your gaze. Round your spine, coming into cat. Moving here a few more times with your breath. Gently coming back to center. Find any organic movement that feels comfortable for you today. Maybe bump your hips side to side, maybe add in some barrel rolls. Gently come back to center. Reach your right elbow high. Exhale, tap your right elbow to your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. This time, reach your right arm high. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, reach your right arm all the way under and through the left side body. Maybe gently placing your right cheek or ear on the floor. You remove those blocks or on the blocks. You're welcome to keep your left hand boxed out under your shoulder. You can extend it long. Maybe bind it around towards your right hip. Holding here and breathing. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, gently rise up. Reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand down. From here, extend your right leg long, straight back. Strong point through your toes. Deep inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rainbow that right leg over, just like a curtsy lunge, over the left side body. Inhale, lengthen, kick the right leg straight back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw that right leg even further this time over the left side. Maybe gently gazing over your left shoulder. To deepen the stretch, rock your heel towards the floor. To lessen that sensation, gently rock to your toes or to the ball of your right foot. You're welcome to rock forwards and backwards, seeing how that feels. With your right leg crossed, gently release your right knee behind the outside of your left shin or knee, and then press your hips back. Your hips do not have to touch your heels. Feeling that deepening stretch in the outer right hip. Gently rock forward. Release the bind, bringing your right knee back in line with your hip. Keeping the knee bent. Draw a few circles here with your right hip. And then reverse that direction. Gently plant your right knee on the floor. Draw your left elbow wide. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, left elbow to right wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap left elbow to right wrist. Inhale, lengthen. This time reach your left arm high. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, reach your left arm all the way under and through the right side body. Gently releasing your left cheek or ear to the floor or to a block. Hips stay lifted. You're welcome to keep your right hand boxed out. Maybe extend that right arm, lengthening your shoulder. You can also bind that right hand around towards your left hip. Hold it here for a few more breaths. Gently release your right hand to your right shoulder if you had it binded or extended. Inhale, press your left arm high. Exhale, release your left hand back under that left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, reach your left leg straight back. Strong point through your toes, hips are squared. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curtsy that left leg over the right side. Gently looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you see your toes. Inhale, lengthen, kick that left leg straight back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. This time, bring that left leg even further over. Deepening that stretch, gazing over your right shoulder if you can. Remember your options, rocking towards your toes or the ball of your foot lessens that stretch to deepen that sensation. Gently rock your heel towards the floor. Of course, you can rock forwards and backwards, seeing how that feels on this side. Come back to a comfortable spot for you. Release your left knee to the outside of your right ankle, shin, or knee, and then press your hips back. Toes can be tucked or top shoelace portion of your feet on the floor. And again, your hips do not have to touch your heels. Deepening that stretch along the left outer hip and glute. Gently come back to center, release your bind. Keep that left knee bent, draw a few circles here with the left knee. Then reverse that direction. Releasing your left knee under your left hip. Bump your hips side to side here, coming back, some organic movement. We're going to do a quick kneeling flow here, so we'll be in a tabletop position. Use any props that you'd like. I'll be cueing with the blocks. That strap is always optional. You can always place any equipment underneath your knees as well. So finding our tabletop position, extend your right leg straight back. Strong point through your toe. Round your spine. Draw your nose in towards your knee. Step your right foot in between your hands. From here, keep your left hand on the floor or on a block. Reach your right arm high. Circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder, forwards and backwards. Starting in either direction. I know I always start forward, I'll start backwards on the next side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, tap. Right hand to left wrist, one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Reach both arms high, coming into a low lunge. From here, straighten and bend that front right leg, bend into that right knee. Now as you straighten that leg, you can keep the sole of your right foot on the floor or lift your toes, pressing your heel in towards the floor. One more time, bend. On the next one, hold that right leg straight. Again, sole of your foot on the floor or flex your toes. Fold forward, coming into kneeling pyramid. Use those blocks if you like. You can stay as upright as you'd like or fold as far as you'd like. Coming into kneeling pyramid as opposed to standing allows you to feel your hips staying square. So this is the position you want your hips in if you're standing. When we're standing, that back left leg is at that 45-degree angle, so you want to press your right hip back, pressing your left hip forward. From here, keep your left hand to the inside of that right leg, sweep your right arm high, kneeling revolve pyramid. Exhale, release your right hand towards that block. Bend into that right knee. As you rise up, maybe walk the blocks closer towards your right ankle. We're going to pivot the left toes, drawing them to that long edge of your mat on the right side. Inhale, sweep both arms up high. Exhale, open up, kneeling warrior two. If you'd like, you can walk those right toes more, bending deeper into that knee, or just staying with your hips and your knees perfectly squared. From here, I call it little star. Straighten that right leg, sweep your arms up high. Bend back into warrior two. Kneeling big star or little star. And bend. One more time. Lift. Hold it here. Tee out your arms. We're going to cartwheel our right hand down to the floor, to a block, maybe hovering in space. Use whatever props you'd like. Reach your left arm high. Keep your left shoulder stacked over the right. Feel that stretch all along the left side body. Kneeling triangle. Keep that right leg straight. Rise up, tee out the arms. Tuck your left hand behind your back or use that block in your left hand. Draw your right arm up high overhead. So two options, hand on the block or tuck your left hand behind your hip. If you want to come into kneeling archer, you can flex your right toes, keeping that right knee straight. On your next exhale, bend into that right knee, coming back to your warrior two. Release your right hand to your right thigh, sweep your left arm high. Extended side angle, option to keep your right hand on your knee. You can reach it down to the floor, hover it over your knee, or draw it out in front. Many variations here. Wherever you're at, hold it for one more breath. Inhale, rise up, come back to warrior two. Tuck your left hand behind your back. Reach your right arm up, high five that wall behind you, reverse your warrior and kneeling. Exhale, cartwheel down, framing your right foot. Pivot your left toes. From here, we still got that right foot forward, so walking my blocks back, so I have room here. So your hips are square. You want to walk that right foot out towards the outer knife edge of the right side of your mat. Toes turn to about 2 o'clock. Using those blocks, you can rock forward or backwards. You can hold that front right knee bent and lower your upper body closer towards the floor. Using those blocks, or just bringing your forearms down towards the floor, coming into lizard pose. So your toes are turned outward, avoid keeping those toes forward. You can come down your forearms, or using those blocks. Gently rise up. With or without those blocks, sweep your right leg back. Coming back to our tabletop, bump your hips side to side. Alright, we're going to repeat that exact same flow on the left side. Take out anything that you don't like, as always. Everything is an option and a suggestion. Back to our tabletop, wrists directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, lengthen, reach your left leg straight back. Strong point through your toe, hips stay square. Exhale, round your spine, knee towards your nose. Step your left foot in between your palms, maybe on the block or on the floor. Keep your right hand down, sweep your left arm high. Circle out that left wrist. As promised, you can circle your shoulder backwards, then forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap left hand to right wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Sweep both arms high overhead, coming into that low lunge. From here, we're going to draw that left leg straight, drawing your hips back, and then press it forward. You can always keep your hands on the floor or on the blocks if that's comfortable for you, or keeping your arms up overhead. One more. Hold that left leg straight. Same options here. You can flex your left toes, pressing your heel down, or you can keep the sole of your foot onto the floor. With your hips square, fold forward. Come down as far as you'd like, or stay as high as you prefer. Your back is flat. So from here, you want to press your left hip back and right hip forward, keeping that square shape in your hips. You can fold all the way down, bringing your nose towards your knee, heart to your thigh, or stay as upright using any of the props as you'd like. From here, keep your right hand to the inside of your left leg, sweep your left arm high, revolve pyramid. Continue to press that left hip back, right hip forward, so if that right hip starts to droop back, left hip starts to droop forward. Adjust as needed. Exhale, release your left hand. From here, bend into that left knee, sweep your arms up high, or keep your hands down the floor, your choice. We're going to pivot the right toes, drawing it towards the left edge of our mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. If you'd like, you can always walk the left toes a little bit closer to the top of your mat, or just keep your knee directly over your ankle. From here, little star, straighten that left leg, sweep your arms up high, and bend, tee out the arms, trying to bend deeper each time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Last time, hold that left leg straight. From here, tee out the arms, reach your left arm forward, tick-tock your shoulders, left hand down, right arm comes up. That left hand can be hovering in space. You can place it on a block or tapping the floor. Hold it here for one more breath. Inhale, rise up, reverse your triangle, tuck your right hand behind your back, left arm scoots up high overhead. Also an option to use that block, place it on the outside of your right knee. You want to come into kneeling archer, you can flex your left toes, toes towards the ceiling, heel pressing in towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up, bend back into your left knee, find your warrior two arms. Release your left hand to your left thigh, sweep your right arm overhead, right bicep to right ear. Many options here. You can reach that left arm forward. You can hover it over your left thigh. You can reach it down to the floor. Hold it here for one more breath. Bend deeper into that left knee if you can. Inhale, rise up, tuck your right hand behind your back or on that block. Sweep your left arm up. High five that wall behind you with that left hand. Maintain the bend in the left knee. Exhale, cartwheel down, framing your left foot. From here, pivot your right toes so both hips are square towards the top of your mat. We're going to walk our toes over towards the outer edge of your mat. Toes turn to about 10 o'clock. Same options here. You can keep the blocks under your hand. You can press your hips forwards and backwards. Seeing what feels good to you and your body on this side. You're welcome to hold the bend in the knees and gently come down towards the floor using any props. tuck your right toes, hovering your right leg. If flying lizards in your practice, you can also do that. Maybe I'll incorporate that next week. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently release your left knee back in line with your right. Back under your hips, bumping your hips side to side. From here, draw your knees wide, toes to touch, sinking your hips in towards your heels, coming in child's pose or any comfortable position for you today. Holding here and breathing. From here, gently rock forward, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Elbows stay tucked in. We're going to lower down one time. Lower down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once you get there, lower all the way down. Extend your legs out long. Walk your knees and your feet in so your legs are hip width apart and parallel. Wrists directly under your shoulders. Give me 1 mini cobra. Press up. Release back down. Extend your right arm long, keeping your left hand boxed out. Relax that right leg. May wiggle out to your foot, your knee, your thigh, and then keep it nice and still. Lift your left leg. This is option 1. Option 2 is to rock onto that right hip, keeping that left leg lifted. Option 3 is bending deeper into that right hip and your right shoulder. Allowing your left hip and right shoulder to open. You can just release your right cheek or ear to the floor. You can extend that left leg, maybe point, flex, circle out your ankle. You can keep that left arm boxed out or reach it up. Wherever you're at, come back onto your belly very slowly. Both feet flat on the floor. Both hands under your shoulders. Press up, mini cobra. Gently release back down. With your right shoulder under your right hip, extend your left arm out long from your shoulder. Relax your left leg by wiggling out your thigh, your knee, your ankle. Option 1, you can always stay here if you'd like. You can reach that right leg straight up. Option 2 is to rock onto that left hip. Option 3 is to bend even deeper, maybe tapping your right toes behind your hip. And just allowing your left cheek or ear to come onto the floor. You can extend that right leg to the ceiling. You reach your right hand, point, flex, circle out your ankle, your wrist. Gently release your right hand to the floor. Maybe bend your right knee if you have it extended. Come back onto your belly. Inhale, rise up. Mini cobra. Release back down. One more time, mini cobra. Gently release back down. From here, walk your palms under your chin or your forehead. Elbows are out wide. We're going to come into half frog here. You're welcome to just stay in this lying position. We're going to draw our right knee up towards our hip or towards our knee, allowing your right hip to open. Gently release your right leg back to meet the left. And then gently drawing your left knee up, maybe towards your hip, maybe closer towards your left elbow. If you're contracting your left hip, just let it go, releasing everything. Notice your body melting in towards the mat. And release your left leg up long. We're going to rise up, coming to a tabletop, and then bringing your left to right hip towards the floor, coming onto our bottom, grabbing a block, placing that block between your palms. Now your knees can be bent, or you can extend them out long, total choice and preference. With your arms reached out long in front, lower down for a 10, 9, 8, 7, using your lower abs here as you round your waistband, sinking one vertebrae at a time onto the floor. That's 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Reach that block overhead. Tap that block overhead. Gently rise up, bring it back over your shoulders. Walk your heels in close towards your glutes. Place that block in between your thighs. Release your hands by your hips. Neck and shoulders flat on the floor, toes pressed in towards the ground. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Gently lower down. Squeeze to lift. Lower and tap. One more time. Squeeze, lift, and hold. One more breath. Gently lower down towards the floor. Release that block from your legs. Set that block off to the side. We will use it again. Draw your knees in towards your chest, grabbing the back side of your thighs, grabbing your shins. You can also use a band, what's this thing? A strap. I'm looking at it, but the word's not coming out. You can also use a strap here. Continuing to hold the back side of your thighs. Reach your legs up towards the ceiling so your knees remain bent. You can grab your calves. You can also use a strap here as well, or grabbing the outer knife edge of each foot. Coming into happy baby. Welcome to rock side to side. Coming back through center, release your left leg long. Single leg happy baby. Maybe your left leg hovers, maybe it taps the floor. Draw your right heel in towards your right glute, using that strap or just finding your hands around your right shin, just beneath your knee. Flex your left toes to press your left calf in towards the floor. Plank flex, circle out that right ankle. With your left hand, gently guide your right knee across the center and over to the left side of your body. Coming into supine twist. On the left side, you can extend your right arm long, you can cactus it, maybe gaze over your right shoulder or up towards the ceiling. Gently come back to the middle, keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Draw a few circles here with your right knee and reverse. Bend your left knee, bringing the left sole of your foot in towards your hips. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex your right foot and then gently press your right knee away, allowing your right hip to open. Inhale, lift. Figure 4 glute bridge. And lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap with both sit bones into the floor. Allow your hips to fall from side to side. Maybe your knees tap. Maybe they just hover. Gently come back to center. Release your right foot on the floor. Draw both knees back in towards your chest, finding your happy baby. With that strap, you can grab the back side of your thighs. You can grab the outer edge of each foot. Keeping your left knee in toward your left shoulder. Extend your right leg long. Single leg happy baby. Flex your right foot. Gently release your left heel in towards your left glute. Continuing to flex your right toes, pressing your right calf in towards the floor. Point flex, circle out your left ankle. Left knee avoiding your rib cage. Coming into wind removing pose. Here, Lola. From here, with your right hand, gently guide your left leg across the right side of your body. Supine twist on the right side. Maybe gaze, look over your left shoulder. Maybe extend your left arm long or cactus. Your left knee can be hovering, can be on a block, it can be on the floor. Gently come back to center, keeping that left knee in towards your left shoulder. Draw a few circles here with your left knee, and then reverse. With your left knee in towards your chest, bend your right knee, bringing your right sole of your foot in towards your hips. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Keep your left toes flexed to protect your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Squeeze your glutes. Lower down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen as you press your left knee away from your body. Gently lower your hips down. Allow your knees to fall from left to right. Gently coming back to center, release your left foot to meet the right. Both heels are close in towards your glutes. Grab that block once again, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, placing that block on any setting under your hips. Inhale, lengthen, draw your legs up towards the ceiling. Maybe release your arms to meet your toes, supported, legs up the wall. Point, flex, circle out your ankles and your wrists. Everything moving, all class. Gently bend your knees, allowing one or both feet towards the floor. Heels close in towards your hips. Lower your arms down, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And set that block off to the side. From here, extend your legs out long. Heels to touch, toes fall open, arms by your side. Squeeze your toes, squeeze your calves, your glutes, clench your fists, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then release everything. Let it all go, melting into your mat. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back into your body. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Come up in any other comfortable seated position. Rock to your left or right side. Gently press yourself up. Come into a comfortable seat. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or flutter your eyes open. Inhale, lengthen your arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee. Twist, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, hands to your heart. I thank each and every one of you for showing up on your mat today and for allowing me to share my practice with you today and each and every week. I wish you all a wonderful weekend ahead. Namaste. Thank you all so much.